Our top story comes from the U.S. state of California. A legal order from a federal court has paused a new law in a major relief for the Trump administration and his hardline immigration enforcement policies. Well, the case revolves around one question: whether immigration and customs officers should wear masks during raids and arrests or not. A California law mandated masks to be banned, arguing that face coverings undermines transparency and public trust. But the federal government challenged the law. It said states cannot control how federal officers do their jobs, and the judge has now agreed with Washington. He ruled that California cannot enforce a mask ban on ICE officers.
Following our arguments, a district court in California blocked the enforcement of a law that would have banned federal agents from wearing masks to protect their identities. These federal agents are harassed, doxxed, obstructed, and attacked on a regular basis just for doing their jobs. We have no tolerance for it. We will continue fighting and winning in court for President Trump's law and order agenda, and we will always have the backs of our great federal law enforcement officers.
However, this verdict isn't a free pass for ICE agents. They're bound by another rule, a separate rule set by the court that requires officers to clearly display their agency name and badge numbers. So the masks and face coverings stay, but the identity proof must be visible. This legal fight comes as President Trump continues to champion immigration enforcement. Under him, ICE has been given broader authority. It's carried out arrests at a breakneck speed, and it's under more pressure to deliver deportation numbers. But look closely at the images of recent ICE operations.
Anyone who is not stay the back. If you are not pressed and you do not have credentials, stay back.
When city after city, federal agents arrive with their faces covered in broad daylight on ordinary streets. The federal government says masks are about safety. According to the Department of Justice, ICE offers, they're increasingly being harassed and threatened online. Their names and faces circulated on social media, and their families targeted. So from Washington's perspective, masks are defensive gear, not just an attempt at secrecy. And the symbolism is important. In most American policing, masks are rare. They're designed for use during riots or extreme situations, not for everyday arrests on city streets. But rights groups argue it's now an intimidation tactic to deter protesters from questioning authority. And the issue has now moved beyond California to the US Congress.
We want masks off, body cameras on. Federal agents must be prohibited from wearing masks. They must be required to use body cameras, and they also always have to carry proper identification. No more anonymous agents, no more secret operatives. These are common sense reforms, ones that Americans know and expect from law enforcement. If Republicans refuse to support them, they are choosing chaos over order, plain and simple.
During the 2020 protests, masked officers were deployed in cities like Portland. Congress stepped in and passed a law requiring clear identification. Now that same issue has returned, and this time with far greater scale. Democrats say they want masks off, and they're pushing for body cam cameras. Republicans, though, are opposing those demands. There's no federal law that prohibits ICE officers from wearing masks. So for now, those officers in California and elsewhere can continue to cover their faces as part of their job, though the fallout from their tactics may not be quite so easy to conceal.
Power doesn't end quietly. Some deaths are not accidents. They are messages. A gunshot, a crowd, a country frozen. The killer disappears. The questions don't. This is not just about who died. It's about what followed. Governments fell. Armies moved. History rewrote itself. 5 leaders. 5 moments. One pattern. The assassination.